want to build a successful coaching business, realize that success requires sacrifice, but not in the way that you think. This is part of our boot camp. So we have what we call our PCS boot camp coming up. I'm excited because I've been doing this since 2020, since the pandemic. And everybody's been wanting to get together in person because I do a lot of stuff online. And I didn't really quite know how I was going to continue to level up the bar each and every year to show y'all how do you build a successful coaching business? How do you change lives? How do you make the money consistently without burning yourself out or without just working a ton of hours and thinking, man, I gotta grind myself to the bone in order to make this work. And over the years, I started to figure out the game. I started to get around people who are more successful, and I spent a lot of money. I mean, tens and tens of thousands of dollars learning how to build this business. I've did everything from going to the seminars, going to the workshops, growing, building, trying to figure out, what are the people who are winning? Like, what are they doing consistently? So, this is when I also understood that the people who are able to have the time with family, friends, do the things they love, also build a successful business while being busy. I said, how do you do that? How do you do that? Especially if you have things going on. And I realized that it's going to come down to three things that we're going to be focused on today. And I really want to overcome some of the things that we think we need to do in order to go to the next level. One, what do a lot of people think? That I have to give up my lifestyle in order to grow my business. Oh man, I can't, I have to sacrifice everything that I want in order to win. No, you don't have to sacrifice everything. We're going to talk about that. Another thing people think is, well, I don't have the time or the skills to make this work. How do I do it? I got a ton of things going on. How do I focus on being able to continually get better and grow it? So we're going to talk about that. And then also, you might be thinking, well, I can't afford to invest in my business right now. And that is probably what's been some of the things that's holding you back. So I want to address these things because these are more of the topics that we're going to be talking about at the PCS Bootcamp. But I want to start putting our mind in the right place so we can be able to grow this business, not think we have to give up the world. And, you can actually see and talk to and touch real people that's actually doing it. So that's really what it is. So first thing is, you feel like, well, I have to give up my lifestyle in order to grow my coaching business. Well, the reality is you don't. It just really comes down to the right strategy. So everybody's schedule is different, right? And we all have different things going on. But what makes it hard is not having a strategy. You know what I mean? Because you got to identify what's important to you and what is not. I'm going to tell you what's unrealistic. Thinking that every single thing that you're currently doing right now is not going to be changed or altered at all, and you're going to be able to build a successful, most people I help want to start 5, 10K a month, 6-figure business. That is highly unlikely to happen for you to keep everything. Now, that does not mean you have to give up everything, but what that does mean is you have to identify what are the non-negotiables, right? If it's, spending time with your spouse or spending time with your kids, or there's certain things that you're like, cool, spending time with the Lord each week or Sundays or whatever, right? Or if it's sleep or whatever, there's certain things that you have to identify as non-negotiable. And then, but everything else that's negotiable, you got to get it off your plate, because what that's going to do is that's going to make it easier for you to be able to build. Because if I can get you an hour back per week, 2 hours, 3 hours per week, then we can really start filling it in with the right strategy and the things that we're supposed to be doing, right? So I'll give you an example. Like for me, it was, I used to watch full basketball games, and that's something I enjoy playing. But I'm like, you know what? I don't need to see every game. I don't need to see every football game. I don't need to watch every boxing match. I watch the big ones. I watch the Super Bowl. I watch the NBA championships. I'll participate in the things that I feel like, is going to bring me the most joy, but I don't need to see everything. I don't need to be a part of everything. I don't need to go to every party. I don't need to watch every show. I don't need to talk. I don't need to be on the phone for 2 hours and be able, and when I could be using that time, putting it towards my purpose. So you don't have to give up everything, but we have to make more room in your schedule. And a lot of times that's giving up certain things. And that's going to create more of a space for you to be able to use the right strategies, especially the ones that we're going to be talking about at the PCS Bootcamp. All right, which by the way is Saturday, March 29th. PCS Bootcamp is Saturday, March 29th. So that's number one. Number two, saying you don't have the time to make to make it happen or to build the skills. Look, I understand we busy, we all got a lot of things going on. At the end of the day, you said that you want to grow this. I said, you said it. This is your purpose. This is your passion. You want to change the world. Potentially, you want to do this full time. You want to pass this down to your kids, whatever you want to be able to do. There's a reason why you want to be a coach and you want to be in this industry and help people. Great. In order to do that, we got to make sure that you're developing the skills, and skills is going to come with you creating the time for you to be able to do that. But it's hard to build a skill consistently when you don't have a system that allows you to do that, right? So the antidote of this, right? What you want to take away from this is I need to find a proven system to get better at my marketing, to get better at being productive, to be more consistent, to do better at sales, to package what I know into a program and price it and do all of the things that's required in this industry to be able to create the content that's going to attract the people and is going to change the lives. That's only going to happen when you have a system, because that means that, okay, I know when I apply this system, even if it's an hour a week, 2 hours a week, 3 hours a week, then I'm going to get better at this skill. But you'll never get better at the skill if you always give yourself the excuse that you can't take action because of this, I have this going on, that going on, this going on. The whole reason why people use systems is because you want a predictable result every single time. So if you want a predictable result every time, then you have to follow a system. That's literally why any systems exist, is to get a predictable result. And what it also does is it gets you the predictable result, but it saves time. You don't have to worry. You don't have to waste. You don't have to try things that you know don't work. Just apply the system and get the result like clockwork. All right, number three, I can't afford to invest in my business right now. Well, let me say this, is that it's already costing you a lot of money. First of all, we know time is money. And if we reverse engineered your goals, you would realize that based on the amount of time that you have per week and based on the goal that you want to have, you got to realize that everything that you're doing is costing you money. Realize that, right? So let's just say your goal is to make, I want to try to make this as easy as possible. Let's say your goal is to make $100,000 per year, right? Okay, so if your goal is to make $100,000 per year, and let's say we looked at the amount of time that you said you had available, right, per week, and let's say I'm just gonna make this super easy. So let's just say about 100 hours a year, right? So your goal is to make 100,000, and let's say you say I only have 100 hours available per year because I'm busy, right? It's 52 weeks in a year. Let's just say you got about 2 hours a week to work on your business. I'm just making it super simple just so you understand the concept, right? Okay, so that means that your time is worth $100, right? Because every hour is worth 100. Because I have 100 hours to put towards my business. I got 100 hours, and I want to make 100,000. So 100,000 divided by $100 is 100, right? Okay, great. So now what that looks like is, actually, is that even right? Hold on, let me check. I'm looking at my math right now. Hold on. Let me just make sure that that's correct. 10, I think that might be 1,000. So 100 times 1,000. Okay. So, all right. So let's just reverse it, right? Let's just reverse it. So let's just say, you got 1,000 hours a year, and that times 100 is 100,000, right? So your time is worth $100. Either way, that's what your time is worth. So that means that every hour that you're not productive is you're draining, you're wasting $100. Think about that. Every hour you're not productive, you're wasting $100. So time is literally money. Trying to figure it out and spending money on softwares and spending money on tools and things that sound good, but you're not leveraging it to the fullest of your ability is waste of money. You spend the money on the CRMs. You spend the money. I had somebody the other day. I was like, yeah, well, what CRM should I use? Because I want to be able to make these funnels, and I want to go spend the time on this, and they want to go spend all of this money on funnels and different things. And I'm like, yo, that's cool, but what is the purpose of a funnel? Um, yeah, because people could sign up, and I say, yeah, but why would you want to use a funnel? Um, I don't know. I said, well, that's the point, is because a funnel is for bringing traffic. So I said, are you running ads right now? Do you have a lot of people going to a page? Or, are you doing these engagements or events every single day, and you got, tens or hundreds of people hitting a page, and you want a certain percentage of them to opt in? Uh, uh, no, I said, that's right. So, but they were getting ready to spend money on a CRM. And people, we do this all of the time. We spending all of this money on these tools and all of these little things because we think it's going to help. But if you just spent your money on the thing that's actually going to help you, whether it's going to be a coach or some type of system, or like something that's going to get you closer to making money instead of just buying a bunch of tools, understand the actual system. So every step that you take, you get a lot more leverage from it. And this is why I go so hard about like getting coaches and like finding the system and the strategy that's going to allow you to be able to move forward. Because other than that, you spending a bunch of time and money, and you think you waste the money, or you think you don't have the money, but it's only because you're doing a bunch of inefficient things with your time, which you could have been making money. So technically you're losing money. That's called opportunity cost. So you just lost that opportunity, right? And then also you're literally losing dollars just from the tools and other things that you're buying that's not bringing you an ROI. So this is why I'm going hard over the PCS Bootcamp that's going down Saturday, March 29th. I don't care how you got to get in the building, but I want to see you there. This is something that I'm bringing this to Staten Island. This is where I currently live at. I'm from New York originally, and this is I'm very excited for what we're getting ready to do. The people that we're bringing in. I mean, I'm bringing out some of my biggest connects and friends that are out here that's really doing their thing in business. So you'll have a chance to really connect. And you really have a chance to learn. I want you to absorb. I want you to learn. And I want you to take away the tools that's actually going to make this year successful for you. That's actually going to make this year profitable for you. And I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. But you're gonna see a ton of folks. You're gonna see coaches. We're probably going to have maybe around 30 to 40 people in the room. And I want to see you get there. So it is PCS Bootcamp Live.com, PCSbootcamplive.com. Go ahead and grab your ticket. Actually, right now is this is the last week for early bird. So if you want to save 50% on your ticket, you better go and get your ticket right now before it expires. If you know you coming out, like, go get your ticket right now. If you know that you're coming out to this event, and you want to meet me in person, you want to shake my hand, if you can upgrade the VIP, if you want to do it, we already got folks who've already upgraded the VIP. So we're going to be eating dinner. We're going to have the black car ready. I mean, we're going to have the wine. It's going to be, oh my God, I'm excited. I don't know about y'all. I'm very excited over this event. So, but either way, even if you don't do the upgrade to the VIP, get a ticket and get in the room. This is where you want to be at. Some of the most important impacts to your business could literally be conversations that you're having with other people in the room. I've had that many times. Just somebody that I met at the event changed everything for me. So make sure that you show up Saturday, March 29th. Don't give yourself any excuses why you can't come. If this year has not been going the way that you want it to go, definitely get in the room, learn, ask me all the questions that you can ask. I've been full-time doing this business for the last 5 years, since 2020. I've been in this since, this is my 10th year doing coaching. We've enrolled over 588 clients within our program. So I'm telling you for a fact, something that we've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. So we know exactly what works, and this is what I'm going to be sharing with you. And I'm bringing in some of the most successful people I know that's also going to be sharing these things with you. So I want to see you in the building Saturday, March 29th. It is PCSbootcamp.com, PCSbootcamplive.com. So do you want to be more successful with your business this year? If you do, come through. You know, if you are you tired of continuing to do the same thing and it's not really getting you the result that you want? Come through. If you want to take your business to the next level, by the way, this is not just for beginners. If you're already getting some momentum, you already have some success, but you're like, how do I take it to another level? We show you how to take it to another level too. I've been doing live events literally for the last 10 years as well. So we cater to both. So don't think that this is just going to be one type of person in the room. Actually, there's going to be a lot of successful people in the room as well too. But you're going to get the balance of that, and then people are starting and everywhere in between. All right. So that's what was unique about our boot camps and how we do it. But with that being said, I want to see you there Saturday, March 29th, PCSbootcamp.com, and and let's get out. Make it out any way you kind of get out. Fly, drive, whatever you need to do. All of the information will be on the page once you go to PCSbootcamplive.com. It'll be there once you register. We'll also send you all of the additional travel details as well to make sure that you get there and we be able to have an amazing time and build a very successful coaching business. All right. With that being said, I want to see you there. If you have any questions, make sure that you can reach out to me. Shoot me a DM. If you have my number, shoot me a text. Let me know what questions you have. But other than that, I want to see you out there. All right. This is the last week. Remember, go get your ticket now because Friday is when the boot camp is when the early bird tickets expire. So it makes no sense for you waiting for the price to double. So just go ahead and come out. I want to see you. All right. With that being said, slow motion is better than no motion. Let's work.